So... Oh.
Light. Do you feel that? The swamp's magic is more potent here.
So, what are we doing here, Thaisa?
Valtha brought me to this place when I was younger. Here, you can face your demons, whether they be fear or grief.
Who is... No. No, I've had enough of this.
And what will you do instead? Nothing in this swamp is free, Haradrim. Not even your magic. Whatever logic you think will win the day, you are mistaken. Where is your sense of adventure? Huh? Not buried in your youth, is it? Go outside and make an offering to the swamp. A ring, a necklace, something you hold dear. While you do, our friend here will collect two things, maggot ichor and yellow lotus.
This is foolish.
Okay, I guess I'll go collect those things. Will you make an offering too?
Not today, but a time will come when I must shed the unrest that plagues me.
Were you close to Valtha?
Valtha forged me into the witch I am. I struggle with her death. I understand why she saw a future in Lilith. The mother of Sanctuary isn't so different from the witches of Hawazar. But I won't ever shirk my duty in bringing Elias to justice. That is the part of Valtha I will never understand.
Oh. I'm pretty sure multiple classes have a glyph called Territorial. I'm getting a little bit more familiar with the glyphs and their names and such while doing research on some of the classes when it comes to the builds, especially when you get to the Paragon boards and trying to decide which ones you're going to use for your builds. Especially depending on how much you're wanting to actually push yourself when it comes to, like, doing things. Like, one of the reasons why I'm basically okay with doing this now and basically feeling done with what I want to do with my Spiritborn, at least for the season, was because I basically accomplished what I wanted to do. Could I push myself even farther? Possibly. But I just don't necessarily see the need to, unless there's something else that I could be able to acquire or something more worthwhile that I'm just not aware of. But I did things this season that I had never done before in this game, so I'm content with that. Even though there's probably more I could do, but I'd rather go ahead and there comes a point where you almost feel like, okay, I've done enough with my main character. I'd like to now expand my knowledge of the game and the gameplay and the classes by actually, like, playing some of the other classes and getting more familiar with them, you know? And this is not just for Diablo, this is for other games. This is why I have so many alts in games like World of Warcraft, because I like changing up the variation of the experience of gameplay. Like, if you play one character or one class, you know, nothing against that, no judgment. I just personally end up feeling a point where I would rather do something a little different. You know, to me, more variation and variety adds to the fun, as opposed to doing the exact same thing all the time. Eventually, I'm going to get a little tired of it and want to change things up. I mean, I could probably make a food analogy to compare this. Like, if you have the exact same thing...
Make haste. The Haradrim tires of waiting. Set the swamp's gift in the pot to brew a tea.
I simply think this is a waste of your time and mine.
all right, to finish my little thing, it's like if you have the exact same food over and over all the time, you're eventually going to get sick of it. Once you change things up and have something else, something different, it keeps, like, things fresh. It keeps things more interesting. It keeps your, like, I guess your interest, or, like, you keep enjoying it when you're able to have more variety. You know what I mean?
Do you see the braziers? Light each of them. Then we will drink the tea and wait.
Once again, we are about to trip ourselves here in the swamp.
Wait for what?
For the swamp to call out to your soul and draw what festers from you, like poison from a wound.
We did this with the incense, and now we do this with this tea. It's time to go on a little bit of a trip, man. Come on, Donan.
Oh no! They're coming!
Father, I will. Don't worry. Father.
Yaren? My son? How is it possible? My son. Please come back to me. Come back. I shouldn't have let you go. I should have said no. I should have kept you with me at the time.
Why did you let me go?
I don't know. The look on your face. You were ready. You needed to go.
I did. And I do again.
Stop! Just...
Father, I'm ready.
What? A portal? Mephisto. What does that fiend want from me? Now of all times.
I'm sorry, that scene just always gets to me. Just seeing... Credit to Donan's actor. I feel like he truly captured what it probably looks and feels like for a parent to truly let out their grief over the loss of one of their own children. And it just gets to me. Alright, Mephisto, what do you want? By the way, this is proof that it wasn't just Donan who drank the tea, it was us as well.
Didn't I warn you? The Horadrim would only hold you back. Look at them. So consumed by their emotions that they forget what really matters. Lilith is the true threat, not Elias.
I know why you're so afraid of her.
My fate is tied to yours. If she devours me, Sanctuary is lost. But you still have a chance to stop her. What if I opened a portal for you out of this swamp? Let the Horadrim deal with Elias. He is their sin to bear. You and I can work together to stop Lilith.
I know who my real allies are. My friends. Take me back to them.
The day of reckoning will come, and your true friends will be revealed. Now, take the portal back to your allies.
The Horadrim are not the only ones who are trying to stop Lilith.
I wouldn't put your hope in Inarius, if that's who you mean. The angel was my prisoner. I have seen his true face. He and Lilith are not as different as you might think.
Here's the funny thing. I know he's right. Some people tend to forget about the fact that Inarius was kept prisoner in Hell, Mephisto's prisoner, for a long time. And usually tend to see people for what they really are when they are at a low point like Inarius was. But what do you mean that they aren't so different?
The angel was already filled with hate when he became my prisoner. All I did was refine his anger. When he escaped back to your world, he brought it with him.
And it says something when I actually find that Mephisto not only makes more sense, but that I'm actually more likely to believe what he says instead of Inarius.
If Lilith prevails, you'll only have yourself to blame.
Well, we're back at the tower. Hey, welcome back. So, the game crashed on me during the upcoming scene that you're about to see. So, fortunately, instead of skipping over it, it actually put me to before we initiated the scene. So, let me try and show this off again. How is he?
I don't know yet. He wandered around for hours until the tea wore off. A long journey through the swamp is more rewarding than a short one. Yours was even longer, it seems. Did you face your inner demons, as the Horadrim did?
Yes. Hopefully for the last time.
Let us begin. Mix the quicksilver in the pot. And the fire. Turn the wheel twice. No more, no less.
Notice how much more certain and sure he sounds compared to the last time we did this.
Now grind the sulfur. Carefully.
So, what you're about to see is actually one of my favorite moments in this game because it's a nice look into what I guess what we would say, like, this is what it's like to use and try to even If you've ever wondered about what it is that goes into being a Horadrim and what it is that the Horadrim actually like do in order to do things such as make the Soul Stones what they are, and even what it can kind of do to you, like the toll it can take on you, you're about to get a good look at that in this scene. Please don't crash on me again.
Mallet! Kill him. Sulfur! Careful. Now stand back.
Is it done?
Was it so easy then?
You have no idea the toll of such a thing. No idea what one must face, overcome to perform this act of magic.
Perhaps not. But still...
Enough. It is done. Let us not tarry.
Yes. We have our task at Zakarum Keep. Let's finish this.
I love the Horadric music that plays in the background throughout that. So the Soul Stone is ready. So now we need to resume aiding Lorath and Narel. And see if we can find out what is going on in regards to Elias and what it is he perhaps did in the process of possibly trying to gain immortality.
I've a decent enough selection, provided you don't mind second-hand.
Alright, there's a few side quests here, but we'll come back and pick those up later. Let's just go ahead and continue with this. Because I'm pretty sure some quests are just simply not able to be done or continue or even happen until we progress through the main story at a certain point.
Rothma's prophecy spoke of a serpent, right? If Elias knew that too, maybe he came looking for it. Did he ever tell you what he was planning?
No. By that point, he wasn't my student anymore.
What happened?
Yes, it's time you tell us what happened between you and Elias.
The moment Elias heard Rathma's prophecy, it poisoned him. He became obsessed with it. Prophecies are riddles. Not even the very wise can be sure of their meaning. But Elias believed he could solve it. And when I told him to wait, he called me a fool. Said we had to do whatever.
You tried to stop him?
Tried, yes, and failed. It'll be different this time. Let's find that damn coffin.
Can you see the coffin from here? Any sign of it?
There's something at the far end of those ships.
I see it too. We'll have to cross the wreckage to reach it.
I think I can unlock the door from the other side.
All right, go.
Mayrel, please be careful.
It's here!
Nerel! Damn it, what was I thinking? Nerel.
Crap.
It burns!
This is not good. Damn drowned.
My arm!
You've been infected. It's spreading. We have no time. I must remove the drowned necrosis.
I don't understand.
Lorath, are you certain?
I'm certain she's dying. Hold her. We have no choice. Now hold her. Rest now. You will be Haradrim, young one. I will not fail you. Go on ahead to the coffin. I'll look after her.
So, yeah. It was either lose her arm, or rather her hand, or die. That's the situation she faced. So we didn't really have a choice, like Lorath said. Here's my problem with that scene. It goes back to the other scene I ranted about. You notice how they actually cut away, as in they went to a black screen? They cut away and went and like had the screen go dark when he cut her arm off. So you had no issues. I'm talking now to the people at Blizzard who worked on these scenes. You had no issues showing off that guy getting eaten alive by the wolves, but you apparently thought it was too much to have that be on camera. I get you're trying to make an impact moment in that scene, but it's like, oh, you were kind enough to not show that on camera, the cutting off of her arm, but you didn't care about, you know, making us watch that guy get eaten alive? I mean, come on. This is my frustration. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to my frustration with these scenes and the way they're handling the gore in this game. There are times where it just feels like they will just let anything show. Anything fly. Just whatever. We don't care. See all of it. But then there are times where they're just like, no. We're not going to, like, go all out. We're going to hold back at times, because we know that there are times where it's like appropriate to hold back. And it's just like, I feel like that their mindset on those moments is a little off. You know? I'm not saying I wanted to see them cut the arm off. I'm saying, why couldn't they have cut away during the other scene? This is why... I hope you guys understand my point. I don't want to keep on ranting about this, because apparently some people think I yammer or blab too much, as I saw in a recent comment on one of my other videos. But when I was referring to scenes where it feels like they don't care about showing off the gore, but then there are times where it feels like they actually do care, that was one of the scenes I was referring to as an example.
Close. You're getting close. The edge of our sight. The limit of our knowledge.
Yep. Even the tree is keeping an eye on us.
You see the way, don't you? Inside is the thing Elias hides. The source of his immortality.
Fear not this cradle. Colder breaths than this await you yet, traveler.
Whoa! For a moment, my head was scrunched into my torso. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Alright, hold on. I think it's time for us to remove the wings. I love the wings, but in these cutscenes, at times it can get a little weird. Like, I could tell it was like cutting into the coffin there. So we're going to go ahead and take them off for the time being. For the time being. So, the coffin led to a temple? This is where Elias came?
Rathma, I have come to your temple. I know the answers I seek are within.
So this was Rathma's temple.
Still taints this place.
Interesting. Notice the snake motif throughout, once again. Lots of snakes. Places for scrolls. This was a full-on temple, and it's like hidden down here at the bottom of the ocean. So it looks like whatever Elias may have found as a key to finding out how to have immortality may be in here.
Every tome, every scroll, every book in this temple produces the same answer. The only being willing to stand against the eternal conflict, against the prime evils, was Lilith.
The day I'm done with this self-righteous bastard will be a great one.
Like that our character had a moment there to be like, oh my gosh, I am so done with this guy. Like, I love that our character finally was just like, oh, I cannot wait to just literally be done with him. Just no more Elias, please.
Staircase is flooded. I need a way to cross it.
So I do know of a way, but I'm going to go back here real quick. Found a chest. And an armor rack. Worth it!
The mother of sanctuary. She made us to be strong and was sealed away to weaken us. The daughter of hatred. I cannot say that there is good in her. Morality is the privilege of people in better situations. We are beyond the question of good or evil. But the question remains, what will she do to us if I summon her? When I summon her? I must prepare myself for anything. Rathma kept the means of attaining immortality here. Once I have mastered it, I will go and bring the mother home.
I've always thought that was an interesting quote that he drops here. Morality is the privilege of people in better situations. I like that quote. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with it or if it's true or not, but I think it's a good quote. that's where we continue after we find more of the echoes of Elias. Which we gotta go back that way. Here you are.
When the Mother of Sanctuary re-enters her world, it will change. But in the end, we will remain. We will survive. Rathma writes that when Inarius discovered Lilith's plan to overthrow the so-called natural order, he sealed her away. For thousands of years, Lilith has sought to elevate us out of this cycle, has fought to secure us our birthright, Sanctuary.
The secret of Elias's immortality must be deeper within.
So, I hope you've been paying attention in some of the cutscenes. In fact, I hope you were paying attention in the initial cinematic we watched at the very beginning of this playthrough. Because if you have, you'll probably have noticed that Elias is actually missing something. Something that, well, we're about to find it here.
This is Elias's finger. He hid a piece of himself here to stay immortal.
Yep. To clarify, that is Elias's pinky on his left hand. Now, if you have been paying attention, and I actually looked at this when I was showing the cinematic that shows at the beginning of this game, the one where we see him summon Lilith. In every one of those scenes, including that cinematic, if you go back and watch it, his pinky on his left hand is not there. It's missing. And if you have probably... I thought that was very clever that the entire time, going back to that very first cinematic, you could see that it was not there. Now, we would not have known what that meant. We would have just been like, why is he missing a pinky? This is why.
No. I'm not going to die here.
Oh. Hi, Lorath. Ah! Again! My head! I imagine that bug is a little silly looking as a werewolf as well. Narelle. How is she?
Still resting, but her fever is broken. I think she'll be alright. The road that comes after, though, we shall have to see.
So, how did I get here?
I found you drifting in a coffin, clutching a severed finger. What happened?
I'm not sure. The temple began to sink, and I thought I drowned.
Temple. So the coffin was a gateway. What of Elias's immortality?
He stored his life essence in a piece of himself.
Burn it. Good. Let us end this then, once and for all. Let me end what I began. No one else is going to get hurt because of my choices.
Narelle?
It wasn't a dream. My arm, it's really gone.
You'll get through this.
You're going to leave me, aren't you? You'll find a place where I can be taken care of.
Do you want to be left behind?
No! I just don't want to be a burden.
Then we won't leave you.
It never crossed my mind. No more time to rest. You should check on Donan. We'll meet you at the Zakharun Keep later.
All right. Let's meet them all at the keep. Let's see if we can deal with that.
If you could do it alone, it would have been done.
That tomb a little bit better this time. You'll be joining the ritual?
I will, unfortunately. And Narelle must also. Donan might have finally got his head on straight, but the Soul Stone is our only weapon against Lilith. I will leave nothing to chance.
Why have you come, Thaisa?
So much has been made of these Horadric arts. I decided to see for myself.
Narelle, how are you managing?
The fever has broken, at least. Now it's just my hand. My arm. Throbbing. Lorath promises it will get better. Hard to believe at the moment.
Donan, are we ready for this?
Speaking for myself, yes, I believe I am. Ready to attune the Soul Stone, at least. As for what comes after, capturing Lilith, keeping her bound in the stone, we know how that's gone in the past. I have to believe it is up to us now. Not to the prophecy, Inarius, or anyone else.
Okay. Here we go.
Something is wrong here.
Nothing right about this place. Best do this quickly.
We're all here. What happens now?
Right, Lorath. We will inscribe the 6 sigils of Dendas in order, then...
Follow with the second and fourth reversed.
Oh, it's nice to see you agree on something.
Focus. Let us begin.
Creation dan tenis beri dis tom iglimon.
There. Do you feel that?
What is it, witch?
Someone is coming. It's Elias.
He's here. We have to...
Lorath, don't you dare leave!
I'll kill him myself.
Notice that Narelle is helping the two of them with that. Thaisa? Wait for me! I'm not letting you face Elias alone, not without me. There you are. Hello, Elias.
Three demands that you pay. and so do I.
I will set your tree afire and cast your corpse upon the flames. I owe no one but the mother.
I found myself wondering if he actually could have done that. Just head back to the swamp, being immortal, and actually, like, find a way to, like, burn the tree for good.
How many times must we do this before you learn? My life is not yours to claim.
I have been to the deepest chambers of the sunken temple, Elias. You have no secrets from me.
Get back here, Elias! That's actually one of my favorite moments, is when we actually get to see our character just right there with, you know, just seeing them as we've made them, and they get to have that moment where they look at him and say, I have been to the temple, Elias, just to let that moment sink in, let those words sink into him, to have him realize, because then you see, he then looks at his missing pinky, realizing, oh crap. That's when he knows he is screwed.
I am here!
Glad you let me catch up to you. Where is he?
I lost him in the tunnels, but the swamp has him now. Haradrim, we were about to finish without you.
He's still alive? Where is he?
At the end of his bloody trail. This way.
Well, if he's bleeding out, he won't get very far. We'll eventually catch him. There you are.
Thaisa, I need to speak with him.
Then do so, Haradrim.
Lorath.
Oh, Elias. Was all this worth it then? Truly?
I brought Lilith to Sanctuary, a thing no one thought possible. And when hell rises to sweep across this world, I should be there beside her, ready to push it back. You left me alone to cross the lines you would dare not attempt, and you have nothing to show for it. You are nothing but a wasted life. Do not look to forgive me, old man, because it is you who brought us here. Was it worth it? That is a coward's question, Lorath. It suits you.
Elias of Aronok.
Oh, spare me.
Of your own free will, you swore an oath to the Tree of Whispers.
This is not the life I deserve.
The tree does not forget oaths, and it does not forgive debts. It is time to let go.
And so Elias joins the branches of the Tree of Whispers. So what happens now?
I hear laughter on the wind. Elias's head hangs from the Tree of Whispers, and your soul stone is attuned. This is where I leave you.
Leaving? We go to face Lilith. I had hoped you would join us.
I know the weight of your reasons, but Lilith remains your concern. Mine lies elsewhere.
This is farewell, then. And thank you for the tea.
Take care of yourself, Donan.
She called me by my name. Lorath won't believe. Where is he?
I've not seen him since Elias spent his last words calling him a coward.
And to prove his courage, he what? Rode to face Lilith alone?
Elias never told us where to find her.
But his head is on the Tree of Whispers. So the tree knows where Lilith is going. Lorath could ask, but he'll have to pay the price.
What price?
The same Elias paid. Eternity on the tree.
Brother, no. Get to the tree now! Stop him!
So, yeah. Yeah. Lorath. There's Elias's head, right there. Lorath, what have you done?
Lilith has been 2 steps ahead of us for far too long. The tree knew where to find her. I asked. Its answer was worth the price.
Worth the price? You owe the tree your head. The day you die, you'll be taken to hang here with the others.
And what? Did I need your permission? It's done. Put it aside. While we stand here in the mud, Lilith is on her way to absorb Mephisto's power. She has found a gateway to hell, and she approaches with the key.
Where is the gate, brother?
Under Chaldeum.
Surely there will be some resistance.
None. The fools welcomed her in. It is up to us to stop her and imprison her in the Soul Stone. This is all that matters.
And if Lilith has already passed through the gate?
We follow her into hell. I will do everything in my power to get us there.
The 4 of us alone? This is lunacy.
Not lunacy, child. Duty. We will meet in Tarsarak to prepare. Pray we are not too late. A strange thing. knowing where you'll go when you die. One less damn mystery to worry about, at least. Did I make the right choice? I did what I had to. We needed answers and we got them. Lilith was poised to storm the very gates of hell. Astaroth and the deal, Rathma and the key, it had all been leading to this. But what we didn't know was that while we were lost in the swamp, Inarius and the Cathedral were launching a campaign to strike at Lilith. Their battle would leave the world a wasteland. And whoever won would show no mercy to what was left. Our only hope was to reach Lilith before Inarius. But we couldn't have predicted what happened next.
The Crown of Whispers. Oh, a new look on salvage. A new aspect. Companion skill grants you movement speed. Doesn't seem that great. Okay, we have now finished Act 5. As you can see here, it is now Act 6, where we will be heading to Chaldeum, which is over here. We're first going to be being over here and then making our way over here because, well, this is where they will be... Yeah, this is where the final act of the base game starts. Before we do that, though, we have some finishing up to do here in Hawazar. As you can see, there are some more side quests that have now opened up because... Also, you'll see some other things have opened up, like this dungeon actually became available after we have done this. And you'll also see... This is part of what I was hinting at. You'll notice that some crafters and merchants and vendors have moved their way here. There's a jeweler here. The stone-cursed pariah. There's a ghost here, who is our blacksmith.
You can still use these.
We have a stash here. We have an occultist here. So yeah. And we also have a rings and amulets. So yeah, this becomes a very regular place for players in the end game. Just I was kind of hinting at that. So yeah, there's a side quest over here. And there's some more side quests down over here as well. Plus, we still have some things to go see Timway about. So yeah, we're not done yet in Hawazar before we start the end game. Like the final act of the main story. So we will be trying to finish up Hawazar with side quests and such when we return. Stay tuned.